I think we're gonna jump into it. Thank you all for meeting us back here in this big old Zoom room. I am really excited to get into this next portion of the day. Um, this is so a lot of you are just coming from diversity in the classroom when you got to meet with professors, and now this is diversity out of the classroom, which is where you're going to get to talk to a lot of staff members across different offices on campus who are going to be providing to your diverse experience at Georgetown. And I'm basically going to give each of them some space to introduce themselves, and then we're going to have some time for questions. But I'm going to kick it off by actually playing a video of another one of our staff members who wasn't able to make it today. In the email that you guys got about the club fair, you might have seen the video from Jamae Brown, who is one of our favorite people, who talked a little bit about what she does, but then also specifically about what Campus Groups is. And also from this Center for Student Engagement, we have Dr. Aisha Dose, who is going to talk a little bit about what she does. So hang tight. And if you have any questions at any point in time, please be active in the chat. Please use the Q&A feature and someone will be communicating with you. All right.
Hello, my name is Aisha Dose, and I use she, her, ella pronouns. I serve at Georgetown as the director of our Center for Student Engagement, where I've been for about 2.5 years. Originally, I'm from Miami, Florida, and spent a bit of time in Atlanta before I relocated to DC. My family has all relocated to this area as well. So my grandparents live about 20 minutes away with my dad. My mom is my next door neighbor. So it's been phenomenal for me to also have family around and to be rooted again in the city where I now call home. I want to share a little bit about some identities that are salient to me, because I think that they really frame and color how I experience Georgetown and how I think about my work. So salient for me is that I identify as a Black Latina woman. I identify as middle class, able-bodied, queer. And again, I really think that that influences a lot about how I think about my engagement with students and how I think about the Center for Student Engagement and our work. I also want to share a little bit about CSE, what we do, and what you might expect to engage with if you are here in the fall. So I think about the work of CSE in a few different ways. So one is that we facilitate programs that are really focused on engaging the students across the university. So of course, a lot of the learning that you'll do at Georgetown will come directly out of your classroom experience. You'll learn from your peers through discussions, you'll learn from faculty that are experts in their field, and that is a cornerstone of the Georgetown experience. And a significant portion of what you'll also do is learn a lot from the experiences that you have outside of the classroom. Whether you choose to have a job, do research, volunteer, get involved in student organizations, there's a lot of growth and just learning that will come from how you choose to invest your time and your energy. The CSE is here to help support and facilitate all of that. Some of the programs that come out of our office that you'll expect to see are outdoor education trips, where if you want a break from city life and you want to go with a small group to the outdoors outside of the DC area, you can do that on a weekend trip. You'll also see leadership programs like Leadership and Beyond or the Emerging Leaders Program, where you can work on your own leadership development and talk to other students about their own leadership and how you all can work together, be collaborative in executing a different goal or moving towards a common purpose. The second thing that I think we do is work to foster a sense of community and a sense of belonging on campus and for individual students. So community and belonging look really different for other people or for everybody based on their own personal circumstances. So we have about 300 student organizations that you can get involved in. And again, those really serve to one, get you connected to other people who have similar interests, right? If there's a particular hobby or sport or activity that you like to do. But also it allows you to meet other people who are perhaps also different from you. All of those organizations do programs, bring speakers, have events, sometimes publish, right? Things like newspapers or magazines that provide a creative outlet for individual students. To build a sense of community and belonging, you'll also get involved in programs like orientation, which comes out of our office, Cornerstone, which is a mentorship program, and the list goes on and on. So there's lots of opportunities for you to build connections, make friendships, and get to know other students, staff, and faculty during your time here at Georgetown. And then the last thing I would say is that the staff in the CSE spend a lot of time in an advisor role, as we like to call. So you'll often hear folks refer to themselves as advisors to a particular organization or group on campus. What that really means is that we work individually with students or with some student organizations and groups to help support them in meeting their own goals and in creating sustainability for their initiatives and organizations. There's a lot of activism on campus. There's a lot of initiatives that are student run, and there's a lot of organizations that really are here to foster learning and engagement from a peer-to-peer perspective. So if you are ever interested in creating an initiative on campus, or you want to work maybe to create a more sustainable Georgetown, right? Anything that you want to do, the staff in the CSE are typically around to help support your goals and to help you think through how to navigate the university to make sure that you're reaching those goals in an effective way. Our work is 100% about students. We love meeting with students, discussing with students, having summits or day-long intensive meetings, right? So any way that you want to engage with us, we're happy to meet one-on-one or to connect with small groups during your time here at Georgetown. And then the last thing I briefly wanted to talk about is just what I think it's like to be a student of color and a person of color at this university. I think any institution that you're at that has been historically and predominantly white is going to have its challenges. I think that Georgetown is an incredible place. It is filled with opportunities and a lot of brilliant people who really want to see you succeed. That being said, I think a lot of students of color inevitably experience a sense of feeling alone at some point during their university experience. That could be that you're the only person of color in a class, or maybe on your residence hall floor, you're the only person from your hometown, or in your friend group that you're the only person that's had a particular experience that's different from that of your peers. First of all, I want to say that that's completely normal. I think oftentimes it can make people feel like you're the only person that's experiencing that and that you're different from everybody else that's here. I can guarantee that there's a lot of staff, a lot of faculty, a lot of upper class students that can relate to that experience and can help you navigate it. And then second, it will be important that you build a village and a group of people that can help support you, answer questions, challenge you, celebrate you, and invest in your own success. Other people, the CMEA, other folks in CSE are already in your corner. We want you to succeed. And so my ask of you is that you allow yourself to be seen, right? You build relationships with folks, say yes to opportunities, get involved in the mentorship program, attend the event, introduce yourself to your faculty. It'll make it that much easier when you do face challenges down the road to rely on those people for help, to have them advocate for you, or to just give you input, right? To hold up a mirror and be a place where you can process the different circumstances that you might encounter while you're a student. I am definitely available if anybody wants to connect. I'll send along my contact information, but my net ID is AD1578. Please send me an email. I'm happy to answer questions or chat if you want to email. When we're back on campus, I'm always down to grab a cup of coffee or to just eat lunch and sit in the sun and chat about Georgetown life, classes, whatever might be on your mind. Again, very invested in making sure that your Georgetown experience is what you want it to be. And the CSC is definitely here to help you navigate what all of that means for you. Okay, I think I'll stop there, but great chatting with you, and hopefully I'll have an opportunity to